This is Comet Picks by the Glick.
Hey, I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hi, Jason Glick. How are you doing?
I'm all right, John. Yourself?
Oh, not too bad. What do you have on tap for us tonight?
Okay, well, this is a series that I've been looking forward to rereading, since the final volume came out, and this would be Revival, by writer Tim Seeley and artist Mike Norton. It's a series that's run for eight volumes. It's basically a zombie story, only kind of not really. Basically, it's like as the header above the title of each volume goes, it's basically a rural noir where one day the dead came back to life, and it's not, and it's like they just came back, and they're just like they're mostly normal. They're able to talk, communicate. It's like they still act more or less like it's like it's like they used to, only now they're like dealing with the existential angst of it's like, hey, we should have died, but we didn't. Now does God even want us? Does heaven want us? What about hell? That 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 kind of craziness. And if they do try to die again, well, like they'll generally tend to just heal up whatever injuries they suffer. So they're basically just stuck in this liminal existence, between being not like like not dead, but not fully alive either. And like the rural noir bit, well, it's just kind of a fancy term like for that the creators coined for just making this basically being a small town story. Takes place in Wausau, Wisconsin, and focuses mainly on the on the Cypress family and their it's like and their it's like and the people people around them. It's like you got Sheriff Wayne Cypress, his daughter. It's like his daughter Dana, and Emily. She's out of college. She's kind of taken up the position of being the wild child of the family. It's like it's like and the hook is that it's like well it's like that while is that Emily is also a reviver. Like we find this out very early on, and because apparently she was killed right before everyone came back. So now her older sister Dana is going to try ask, in addition to having to deal with all the logistics and problems that come with the dead coming back to life. She's got to figure out just who killed her sister. And why. Now, the probably one of the strongest through lines for the series is is a drama of the from the Cypress family. Like Wayne, he's essentially a good dad, but he also hasn't been entirely honest about why the girls did what happened to the girl's mother when she, when she died in in an accident years ago. Dana used to be the wild child of the family, but she eventually she eventually straightened up and is now kind of like the straight arrow of the family. But she's also a single mother to her son Cooper. Her Coop's baby daddy Derek, who is someone like Dana loved from her high school years, but he's also just kind of like your underachieving weed dealer who, in a memorable instance, we're told that he introduced himself to to Dana's dad by saying, "Hey, I'm not just your daughter's boyfriend. I'm her tattoo artist as well." So yeah, that kind of tells you all you need to know about Derek. But Emily also has her own romantic entanglements from her she was also revealed to be dating her mother, her married creative writing professor, Professor Weimar. And it turns out that Weimar, he's had some very interesting research expeditions to India and along the Ganges as we find out as the series goes on. And it turns out that his experiences might have actually be pretty key to why the dead have suddenly come back. But the I said, the core of Revival is basically the drama that between the between the members of the Cypress family. And for the most part, Seeley does a good job of bringing it to life and making it feel real and genuine. It's like when it's like when the girls start fighting over things, it doesn't feel forced. It feels like like a natural extension of how these things go. When Wayne, it's like when Wayne like starts acting overbearing, like that's perfectly understandable. But it's like but even if he can get the core stuff right, there's some there's a there you still kind of get the feeling over the course of the series that he hasn't quite planned things out as well. It's like as well as he should have. Like the writer, I mean, it's like it's eventually established that the revivers can only die when confronted with their corpse, with the glowing ghosts, basically their souls that have been split from their bodies. But early on, we find one of them who dies after they've been confronted with some stuff that they had a physical attachment to. It's like it's like in the beginning of their life, and it's like you're wondering like, well, what's he doing there? It's like and also like a lot of the it's like I mean the small town drama is like it's all well and good. I mean there's some like amusing there's some funny bits where he tries to subvert the like stereotypes of the small town, like when you had these three guys watching the it's like the military general who takes over the town later in the series. He talks about one of the guys goes like, "Hey, it's like it's like." And I mentioned an African American, it's like female general. It's like the guy was like, we need one of them taking over the town. And his African American friend cocks his eye and goes, what are you talking about? And the guy goes, well, no, like just women, like they're not good with these hard choices and all. It's like, and the guy next to him, like, so he says, hey, like my mom raised me and my brothers like through our lives, and it's like she had to make choices that no man would have to. It's like, and it's just there are fun bits where it's like where Seeley does manage to subvert stereotypes of the small town, and it's like I kind of wish there were more fun bits. In fact, there's a fun weird streak that runs throughout the series. It manifests itself in strange places, such as the introduction of Blaine Abel, demonologist, mechanic, hiker, who I read early on. It's like I thought he was like the most interesting character in the series because he's kind of a psycho, but he's also it's like completely committed to his interpretation of of demons as they relate to Christianity, and that makes him. And even though he tries to kill Emily and her reporter friend May Tao early on, it's like I couldn't hate him just because of the one scene early on where he does pull off an exorcism, and gets to the bottom of the things in a really clever and inventive way. So, and he goes on an interesting journey as goes from kind of villain to kind of help quasi good helper, then to outright bad guy. Before he is written out of the series eventually. It's like and you've also got the bits where one of the revivers escapes to New York in one of the series' more interesting storylines. It's like and hooks up with a group of one percenters who want to try and and live forever by eating the flesh of a reviver, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it's basically kind of like the series at its most X-Files esque, because Dana gets to be the personal consultant for the FBI on this on this case in New York. And also one of my favorite bits when we get to introduce the what are best described as the mercenary Amish ninja. It's in the next to the last volume. That was fun, but a lot of Revival is just kind of like ordinary drama that's if well done doesn't have quite the zaniness or excitement that it has when Seeley indulges his his irreverent streak. Mike Norton, the artist, guy is great when it comes to recognizing human drama. But but he's also not really the best when it comes to detailing the supernatural, or it's like, or trying to create like really oppressive atmosphere or anything. I mean, like, it's a very Rival's very like bright, straightforward looking series, and it's like, it's, and on one hand, like, that's, I like that in the sense that you're going against type for like like a zombie story, and it's like, and it's like some of the gore he pulls off is actually pretty impressive for being so antiseptic looking, for lack of a better term. It's like, it's, I mean, I was like, I I like the motion and drama he brings to the characters more than anything else. It's like, it's like, I wasn't cool on his art at the very beginning, but he's actually really grown on me over the course of the series. So overall, it's like, Revival. It's like volumes 1 through 7. It's like we're an entertaining series, but I can't say I was ever really completely passionate about rereading it. Things don't hold together or are set up as well as I hope they would be. Because when we get to volume 8, the finale, I mean, just about everything is laid out, and we finally find out the revelation of who killed Emily. It's like a really good whodunit. Would have, if you're going to hold off on like revealing the murderer until this final volume, you'd damn well better make sure that this is something that has been seeded throughout the course of the run. For lack of a better term, it was not. It's like, you get the feeling that like there was a specific bit in volume 7 that is basically meant to flag up the involvement of the killer, and it's remarked upon in volume 8, but it's also done in a way that's kind of like, okay. So it's like that Seeley was basically maybe he had an idea of who the killer was, but it really reads like he was just like hedging his bets and just letting you just like waiting until like the very end in order for the payoff in this specific plot. Why did he wait to the end? Well, because it's like that's when you reveal all the big twists and all, and it's like for all the build up, and volume 7 did offer some good build up. I do think that things wrapped up pretty well in the final volume 8. Just stay just a little bit longer. It's like as the town is reduced to a a ghost, basically kind of a ghost town where only the where ordinary people are being possessed by the rejected souls of the revivals. Dana and the Cypresses have to go and work with all their friends in order to stop the cause of the that brought everyone back to life, while the military, the military just does their thing, and does exactly what you expect them to do. Because hey, they see something that they can hopefully use to their own unscrupulous ends, and they're gonna do it by God, by hell or high water. And it's like, the military presence in this series is just really by the book for the most part. The most interesting bit is the fact that General Kale, it's not only a woman but also a lesbian who's also adopted a son as well. And so that's it's interesting to see them, to have that drama dealt with, and Silly does address it in a couple of scenes, but for the most part, it's like the military guys are just hey, we're here to do all this bad do all this bad stuff regardless of what it means for the for the people at hand. So they're just for the most part stock bad, and they're the stock bad guys that you'd expect from this particular scenario. And it does all come down to a big shootout at the local mill where things where things originally went down. I'll admit, I like the I like how things wrapped up at the end, particularly with the when you realize who has to be sacrificed. It's like who sacrifices themselves for the greater good, and then at the end when you get to the epilogue and you find out just how just what happened to everyone. It's like and how they're shaking out in this post revival life. What I didn't like was the final page stinger, which basically says, "Hey, guess what? This all could happen again, sometime down the road." I didn't need that, but it's not really a deal breaker for the most part. It's like, I mean, overall, I enjoyed Revival, and rereading it has been was an interesting experience. It didn't. It was more interesting for the fact that I was able to remember. Oh well, this is that guy. When we get to it helped me keep the cast straighter and who's who. Yeah, when it comes to certain plot points, than it does with compared to something like Chew, where you realize that its writer John Layman really had planned everything out from the beginning. Revival, not so much. I mean, that's not a deal breaker, but I can't say that this is probably one of the essential new Image series. Like series that that basically you can point to and go basically say, hey, that's the best Image has to offer. Revival, while entertaining, is basically the kind of series that you go to after you've tackled the best Image has to offer, for better or for worse. John, any thoughts on your end about all this?
No, not really at this point. Is this a series that you would recommend, therefore?
Like I said, it's like after you've read through The Walking Dead, Saga, Invincible, it's like the Manhattan Projects, East of West, it's like Deadly Class. It's like that's kind of I know I'm forgetting stuff right now off the top of my head, but that's kind of like the best that Image has to offer. It's like, but so after you've caught up on all that stuff, then that's the point when I'd say you should go and start checking out Revival, which it's like at this point, like I said, it is a complete series. So there you go. Oh, and also, yeah, I guess would go ahead and put Chew in there. It's like in there as well. So which is worth noting because Revival actually did a crossover issue with Chew, not where they actually went and did the story is continued in Chew 39 type story. No, they did a spin-off issue where where Mike Norton and Tim Seeley did a story where Tony Chew visits visits Wasau. It's like done in their style, and John Layman and Rob Guillory basically did the same kind of story. It's like in their style as well. Choose is collected in its series. I believe it's volume 9. Revival, like the Chew Revival, I believe is collected in volume 4. And it's of the two. I don't know. I think that the Revival portion was stronger, even though that the idea of someone like Tony Chew existing in Revival's world does kind of rub up against the issue, like suspension of disbelief more so than it does the other. It's like the other way around. It's like it's the story they tell about about a reviver who is determined to relive her high school years. Well, it's pretty creepy and enjoyably gruesome for the most part. So there you go. You got me off on another tangent right there.
Not a problem. So, do you know what you're going to talk about next time?
Well, next time we will be recording from Fanime. It's like one of these things I look forward to more than anything else. It's like in a given year. And yes, it will. I can say at this point it will be manga related, and it will also be specifically Dark Horse related, not a specific Dark Horse title, but a general one. Oh. So I'll just leave you in suspense until Until next time, then.
In suspense, and we will catch you next time on Comic Picks from the Glick from Fanime.
Yep.
All right, we'll catch you later.